students, today we are going to understand about LZW coding. So LZW stands for Lempel-Welch-Ziv algorithm. This is basically a data compression. So already we have seen some compression technique. So this is a text compression. In this video lecture you will be understanding about the text compression. Text compression in the sense, given some text of information, how to compress that and send through the channel. Okay, so today we will understand about LZW encoding, which is going to happening in the transmitter side, and decoding, which is going to happening in the receiver side. Basically this LZW is a dictionary coding technique, in the sense there will be a dictionary maintained both in the transmitter side and the receiver side. So this dictionary will be updated for every transmitted signal and every reception signal. Say for example, if you are starting with the first symbol, there will be some basic dictionary initially. There will be some initial dictionary, and depending upon initial dictionary with some index and entry. Mostly if you are having a English text, then all this dictionary entry will be having all the alphabets. Say for example, A, B up to Z. Say that A is stored in index 0, B is in 1 and Z is in 25. Okay, totally 26 letters. So if you are sending individual letter, the direct encoding will be translated. Say for example, if you are translating the letter something like B, A, C, something like this, then B will be translated as 1, A will be translated as 0, C will be translated as 2. So if without spacing, for spacing there will be different dictionary entry. Say for example 26, we are having the space entry, so this will be translated as 26, something like that. Okay, so now here basically there will be an initial dictionary where basic letters will be stored, and for combination of letters this dictionary will be updated gradually. Okay, so initially there will be something around 26 entries, let us understand. And if you are going to transmit a message something like what is this, what is this, in this case this dictionary will be keep on updating and compression will be taking place. Okay, so this initial dictionary, whatever is there in the transmitter side, the same initial dictionary will be there in the receiving side also. As I told you, for every single symbol transmitted, the dictionary will be updated in the transmitter side. Similarly, for every single symbol received, the dictionary will be updated at the receiver side. Okay, so let us do with this with an example. Say for example, we are having some text or some stream T, E, X, T, E, X, X, E, T. Say for example, we want to perform compression of this stream of information. Okay, say for example, we are having an initial dictionary maintained with the index and entry. So if you understand, there is only 3 alphabet. First alphabet is E, second alphabet is T, third alphabet is X. Other than that, we are not having any other alphabet here. So index 0, let us say index 0 is having the alphabet E, index 1 is having the alphabet T, index 2 having the alphabet X. So this is the initial dictionary. This initial dictionary will be there both in the transmitter side as well as in the receiver side. Now let us understand how encoding is performed in the transmitter side. Then I will also tell you how the decoding is performed in the receiver side. So first, encoding in the transmitter side. So to understand this clearly, let us take do this with an table. This table, first column is the input, second column is current string, okay, third column to understand whether the string is seen before or not, fourth column is encoded output, Fifth column is the new dictionary entry. Okay, so we are going to perform the encoding of the string TEXT, Initially, the dictionary is having only 3 entries. Address 0 is having the entry E, address 1 is having the entry T, address 2 is having the entry X. Now, let us start with the first input. The first letter to be transmitted is T. So, the input is T. So, this is the first input. So, the current string is also the same, T only. Now, whether this T, whatever is there in the current string, is seen before or not. If it is seen before, if you are having the dictionary, if it is in the dictionary, it is not seen before if it is not seen in the dictionary. So, in our case, the first letter is T, the current string is T. This T is already in the entry with the index 1. So, you will write here, yes, it is seen before. Yes. Okay. Under this case, don't perform any encoding operation, because you are having this entry here. So, there is no new dictionary entry also required, because it is already there in the dictionary. Okay. So, don't encode and don't do any dictionary entry also. Now, take the next letter E. Okay. Now, what is a current string? Current string, what you need to understand is, current string is nothing but whatever is not encoded previously plus the present input. So, earlier we are having only one completed letter T. That T also we did not perform encoding. So, current string is nothing but this T, which is unencoded, with the current present input E. So, TE is the current string. Now, again, we have to understand whether this current string is seen before or not. TE is not in the dictionary. You can see in the initial dictionary what we are having is only having 3 entries. E is there, T is there, X is there separately. But TE is as a string. It is not there entry. So, we have not seen this. So, in this column, whether we have seen the string or not, we will write no. Once you are writing no, what you have to do is, this encoded output is nothing but the previous unencoded string. So, previously what is not encoded is T. You can see this is the current string T is not encoded. So, T is taking the index of 1. So, encoded output is 1. And a new dictionary entry is nothing but whatever is there in the current string. So, TE is the current string with the index number of 3, because 0, 1, 2 is already having the entry. Index 3, now the new entry is TE is the new entry. Okay. Now come to the next letter X. Third letter here is X. X. Now what is the current string? In your current string, you have to do only whatever is unencoded previously with the current input. So, the unencoded previously is nothing but only E, because T you have encoded as value 1 here. So, unencoded is only E. The current input is X. So, current string is EX now. Whether we have seen before, EX is seen before? No, because you can check this dictionary. We are having separately E alone, T alone, X alone, or combination of T, E is there. But EX is not there. So, you will make it as no. After making it as no, you have to now perform the encoding of the previous unencoded string only. So, previously unencoded is only E, because we have taken only E here. So, this E, the entry of E, index of E is 0. So, you will write it as 0, and you will update the new dictionary with the current string. The current string value is EX. And the index for this is 4, because already 3 is filled with TE. Now the new entry EX is coming in the address 4. Next the letter is T. Current string as usual, whichever is not encoded previously. So we have already encoded till T, and also E is encoded as 0. only X is left out. So whichever is not encoded is X and the current input which is T. This is the current string. Whether we have seen this current string, it is not there in the dictionary entry, you can see. So you will write it as no. After writing it as no, you will write the encoding of the unencoded, previous unencoded only. Previous encoded is X. So X is there in the index 2. So you will write it as 2. Now new dictionary entry is current string xt at the index 5. Now the next, so we completed first 4 letters here. The next letter is E. Now E is there. You write the current string. Current string as usual, whichever is not previously encoded. Previously T did not get encoded. Now current input is E, so TE. Now you will check whether TE is seen in the dictionary. Yes, TE is seen because we are updating the dictionary continuously. TE is there in the index 3. So you will write it as yes. Once you are writing it as yes, don't do anything here. Now take the next thing. The next letter is X. Next letter is X. Now what is the current string? Current string is previously whichever is not encoded plus the current input. Now you can see previously not encoded is T also did not get encoded, E also did not get encoded. So TE completely is unencoded. Now the current input is X. So current string is TEX. Whether we have seen before? No, because you can see in the entry TEX is not there continuously. So you will write it as no. And you will write the encoded output only for the previous current string, previous unencoded current string. So previous unencoded current string is TE completely is unencoded. So TE is coming in the dictionary entry 3. You will write it as 3. And the new dictionary entry is the nothing but whatever is there in the current string. So you write it as TEX, comes in the dictionary entry 6. The next thing is X again. The current string is previously unencoded letter. Previously unencoded letter is this last letter X, and the current input X, XX. Whether you have seen XX before, you can see it's not there. No. You will write it no here. Then what is the encoded output? Previously whichever is unencoded, only this X. The index for X is 2, and this current string will be added as a new dictionary entry XX with the index 7. Next, what is the letter? E is the letter. What is the current string? Current string is previously unencoded binary, previously unencoded letter, that is already X is there. Current input is E. Whether you have seen XE anywhere in the dictionary, XE is not there in the dictionary. Again you can see here till 0 to 7 XE is not there. So you will write only no. And what is the encoding? Previously unencoded is only X, which takes the index 2. Update the new dictionary XE at 8. And then last letter is T. Last letter is T, and in this T, current string is previously unencoded, which is E, and present input is T. Are you seeing ET anywhere in the dictionary entry? No. So what you need to do? You need to perform the unencoded of the previous current string. So E is unencoded, which takes the entry 0. New dictionary entry is ET at 9, and this is the last letter, but you cannot stop with the last letter because you have encoded only till what? Till this E. Okay, so this T is left unencoded. So for T, the translation is 1. So the encoded output is 1. So now you completed this complete compression of this string TEXT, EXX, ET. This one you completed completely. and the encoded output is 102322201. This is the encoded output, and initially you have started with the dictionary entry of 012, but now you are having the additional 6 more dictionary entries, 7 more dictionary entries at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, so this completes the encoding part of the LZW. So now we will understand the decoding. So what if the message getting transmitted is the encoded output only 102322201. Now let us understand the decoding part. In the decoding part, again what you need to understand is in the decoding, the decoder side or in the receiver side will be having an initial dictionary. Here again the initial dictionary is nothing but the initial alphabets only. So already we have seen 3 alphabet T, E, T and X at the index 0, 1 and 2. So only this will be available initially in the decoder side, and the received signal or the transmitted signal is 102322201. So 102322201. This is the received at the receiver side. This is the received signal at the receiver side. Now by having this idea, so this is nothing but the address of the every entry. By having this one, we need to but the decoder is not having any dictionary. The decoder will be updating its dictionary then and there only once it is receiving. So now I will tell you how to perform the decoding operation and how to update the dictionary. So what you need to understand is this encoding dictionary, whatever is updated is not, in no way known to the decoder side. Receiver side will be doing starting again with the initial dictionary only, and it will be updating the dictionary every time. So for performing decoding operation also, let us understand this within tabulation column. So let me write it separately. Say first column is received signal, second column is dictionary translation, third column, let us say decoded output, fourth column is the current string, fifth column is a new dictionary entry of the receiver side. Okay, so with this tabulation we will understand every step now. So first received message is 1. Now what the receiver will do, it will understand whether 1 is there in the dictionary. So it is already starting with the initial dictionary. So it understand, okay, 1 entry is there and the translation is T. The entry for index 1, the entry is T. So dictionary 1 will be translated as T. Okay. So the decoded output is only T. First letter as now decoded T. What is the current string? You are just decoded the first letter. So don't do anything with the current string. There is no dictionary entry also. Now the second received signal is 0. Now again what the receiver will do, it will just check whether 0 is there in the entry. Yes, 0 is there. The entry is E. So 0 will be translated as E. Now the decode output is already T is there. Currently E is there. So this is the decode output. Now what is the current string? Current string is nothing but whatever is the previous translation. Okay. Whatever is the previous translation plus the first letter of the present translation. The first letter of the present translation is E. So this is the current string. So now the dictionary entry is TE with the index 3 because already 0, 1, 2 is there. Now the new entry will come in the index 3. Okay. Now the third message received is 2. Now again the receiver will check whether dictionary is having the index 2. Yes, dictionary is having the index 2 with the letter entry X. So directly it will be translated. Now already decoded is TE, current is X. What is the current string? Current string is nothing but previous translation E and the first letter of the present translation X. This EX will come in the next index. Okay. Then the next received signal is 3. Again, the receiver will check whether we are having dictionary entry 3 or not. It is not there in the initial dictionary. However, in the updated dictionary, 3 is nothing but TE. So, 3 will be translated as TE. Now, your decoder output is already TEX is there. Now, TE is there. TE as decoded. What is the current string? Current string is nothing but previous translation X plus first letter of the present translation, only first letter of the present translation T. So, XT is a current string. This XT will come in the dictionary entry 5. Next, decoding is 2. 2 again, it's already there in the dictionary. The translation is X. So, the decoder output is TEX and TEX has come now. Current string, previous translation TE with the first letter of the present translation, only one letter is there, X. This is the current string. This current string will be entered as a new dictionary with the index 6. Next again 2 is there. 2 again is nothing but X. So the decoded output is TEXT EXX now. Whatever is the previous dictionary translation, X. First letter of the current dictionary translation is X. So XX will come in the 7th position. Now the next entry received signal is 0. 0 will be translated as E. So this is again TEXT EXXE. Current string is nothing but previous translation X plus first letter of the present translation E. So this XE will come in the entry 8. Finally, received signal is 1. 1 is translated as T. So DEXT EXX ET. Okay. Current string is E. Previous current translation is E. Present first letter of the present translation is T. So ET comes in the dictionary entry 9. With this, the decoding operation is over. So what you need to understand is, here the dictionary, whatever is there in the receiver side, updated one after receiving the signal, the same dictionary you can find in the transmitter side also. So you understand ETX is in the entry 0, 1, 2. You can see that is the initial entry in the decoding side also, ETX. And come to the transmitter side, in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you are having TE, EX, XT, TEX, XX, XE, ET. This is the receiver side, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can see the same TE comes in the entry 3, EX in entry 4, XT in the index 5, TX in the index 6, XX in the index 7, XE in the index 8, ET in the index 9. Okay. So the message what you are trying to transmit is TEXT EXXET in the transmitter side, which is encoded or transmitted as a message 10232201. The receiver is receiving the message 10232201, and the decode output finally you can see the same thing, TEXT EXXET. Okay, so this is a LZW algorithm for text compression. Okay, so I will also give you one more example, something similar to this in the similar procedure for your understanding. So let us take one more example, CLASS, class and class, say for example. Here initially we are having 4 entries in the dictionary, A, L, C, L and S. Okay, so initial dictionary entry, let me write initial dictionary entry. Initial dictionary index and entry. Let us say index 0 is having A, index 1 is having C, index 2 is having L, index 3 is having S. Only 4 basic alphabet letter. Now we are going to perform the encoding of this one using the LZW algorithm, what we have understood. Similar tabulation method let us use. So we are having input. For the encoding, the first column is input, second column is current string, third column is whether we have seen before or not, fourth column is encoded output, fifth column is new dictionary entry. So in the similar procedure I will explain you for this example. So first letter to be encoded is C. So first input is C. Current string is the same C. Whether we are seeing before this, yes, C is already there in the initial dictionary, yes. Whenever you are having S, don't do anything, just leave it as it is. Next input is L. Current string is previous unencoded plus the current input. Previously the C is not at all encoded, you can see here. So you are going to use the previous unencoded is C. Current input is L. Have you seen the CL before in the dictionary? It is not there in the dictionary. So you will write no. Now what is the encoded output? Encoded output is previously unencoded string only. Previously unencoded string is C alone. C is in the index 1. So this will be in index 1. And now you are having the new dictionary entry, which is nothing but the current string CL, which will come in the entry 4, because already 0, 1, 2, 3 is filled with A, C, L, S. So now you are making the new entry 4, index address 4, the entry is CL. The third letter is A. What is the current string? Previous unencoded plus the current input. Already you have encoded C. L alone is left unencoded. So take L. And present input is A. LA, whether LA is there in this dictionary? No. So now you are going to encode only which is previously unencoded. So previously unencoded is L alone. L is in the entry 2. New dictionary entry LA string will come in the new dictionary entry with index 5. Next letter is S. Current string is previously unencoded. Already you have encoded L. So unencoded is only A. And current input is S. AS. Have you seen AS anywhere? No. So you only encode whichever is previously unencoded. So previously unencoded is A. So put 0 here, because A is in the address 0. So your encoding output is 0. Now put this AS in the dictionary entry 6. Again S is there. Again S is there. Current string is previously unencoded is only S. Current input is also S. Have you seen SS before? No, it is not there till now. So you will write only no. And what you are going to encode? Encoding only the previous unencoded. Previous unencoded is only S, which is in the index 3. So you will write encoded output is 3. And this current string will come in the new dictionary entry. SS will come in the position 7. Now again C is there. Now current string is previously unencoded. One S alone is unencoded. And present C. Have you seen this? No. Then you are encoding only whichever is previously unencoded, that is S. Put 3. SC will come in the 8th position. SC is the current string which will come in the 8th position. Now L. Next line is L. Current string is previously unencoded, which is C. Current input is L. Have you seen CL before? You check in the entry. We have written CL in the dictionary entry 4. So you will say yes, I have seen. Whenever you say yes, I have seen, don't perform any encoding. Don't perform any new dictionary entry. Okay, just leave it as it is. Now take the next entry A. A. So what is the current string? Current string is nothing but previously unencoded plus the new input. Now you can see both C and L all are unencoded only because we have encoded only till this S. Okay, CL is left unencoded. So you will write CL with the current input A. All the three are unencoded. And have you seen this before? CLA. CLA is not there in the entry. So you will write no. And the encoded output is previous unencoded current string. CL is together unencoded previously. Is in the dictionary 4. Okay, it is in the dictionary 4. And new dictionary entry is CLA, which comes in the position 9. Next, S. When S is there, current string is previous unencoded only A. Current input is S. Have you seen AS before? You can see AS is there in the entry 6. So you will say yes. Whenever you are saying yes, don't do anything. Now again take another last input S. Now previously unencoded is this complete AS is unencoded. So you take AS plus the current input S. Have you seen ASS before in the dictionary? No. Then what you have to do? You have to encode only the previous current string AS. So where is the AS? AS in the position 6. And this current string ASS will come in the entry 10. And you cannot stop with this because you have encoded only till AS. This S need to be encoded separately. So this S is in the entry 3. So you have to write like this. Okay. So CLASS is the message we want to transmit, which is encoded as 1, 2, 0, 3, 3, 4, 6 and 3. Okay. So the receiver will be receiving only this encoded messages. Now we will go for the decoding section. In the decoding session, the receiver is receiving 1, 2, 0, 3, 3, 4, 6, 3. So 1, 2, 0, 3, 3, 4, 6, 3. As I told you earlier, the decoder will also be starting with the initial dictionary entry only. The same initial dictionary, whatever is there in the transmitter side, the same dictionary entry will be there in the receiver side. 0, 1, 2, 3. At 0 we are having A, C, L, S. The same, this is the initial dictionary which is there in the transmitter side. The same initial dictionary will be there in the receiver side also. Now let us understand how the decoding is performing and how the dictionary is getting updated. So as usual, the tabulation, you can see the received signal is the first line. Dictionary translation, decoded output, current string, new dictionary entry. So the decoder is not having only 4 entries so far. Now we will understand on receiving signal, every signal, how the dictionary is getting updated both in the receiver side also. So the first received signal is 1. The receiver will check whether dictionary 1 is there or not. Yes, 1 is translated to C. The decoder output to C. Don't perform any current string because the first message you are receiving. So no dictionary entry, no current string. Second decoding is 2. Second received signal is 2. The receiver will check whether there is any entry in the index 2. Yes, index 2 is having the entry L. So dictionary translation 2 will be translated as L. Now the decoder output is already C is there. Now L. Current string previous dictionary translation, which is C, with first letter. Current string previous dictionary translation with first letter of the current translation. Already only one letter L is there. So this will come in the next dictionary index. So the next dictionary index is 4. CL will come in 4. Next received signal is 0. 0 is getting translated as A, because you can see in the index 0 you are having A. So decoder output is CLA. The current string is previous dictionary transition, which is L, with first letter of the current translation. First letter of the current translation is A. The new dictionary entry is LA. At the index 5, already 4 is filled. Now 5. The next received signal is 3. 3 is translated as S, because at index 3 we are having entry S. So the decoder output is CLAS now. Current string is previous dictionary translation, which is A. First letter of the current translation S. So the new entry is AS with the index 6. The next received signal is 3. Again 3 will be translated as S. So we got class now. Now current string is previous translation S. First letter of the present translation S. S will come in the entry 7. Next 4. We are receiving 4. 4 is nothing but already entry is getting updated. We are having CL. So CL. Now this encoder output will become a CL. Current string is previous translation S plus first letter of the present translation only. Present 2 letters are there CL, but you will take only C. So SC will come in the 8th position. Next we are having 6. 6. Yes. 6 is nothing but entry 6. We are having entry is AS. So the decoder output is CLASS, CLAS. The current string is previous translation, which is CL, plus first letter of the present translation, which is A. So CLA will come in the 9th position. Finally 3. 3 is translated as S. So the final decoder output is CLASS, CLASS. Current string is previous translation AS. First letter of the present translation, which is S. So this current string will be updated in the dictionary entry ASS with the index 10. Okay. So now you can see we have started encoding the text CLASS with the initial dictionary only with 4 entry at entry 0, 1, 2 and 3 index. We are having A, C, L and S. For every letter getting received, the dictionary is getting updated. So now we are having index till dictionary with the index 10, and the encoder output is 1, 2, 0, 3, 3, 4, 6 and 3. And this is the signal 1, 2, 0, 3, 3, 4, 6, 3 is a signal which we are receiving in the receiver side. Okay. It is starting with the initial dictionary 0, 1, 2, 3 only, but after receiving every signal, the receiver is also updating the dictionary. So you can also see the finally the encoded decoded output. You can see finally the decoded output is CLASS, which is a transmitted signal. We are having the same 0 to 10 dictionary entries. Okay. So when you are performing LZW, you are going to perform the text compression. I have just given you an example of how to do. But if you keep increasing, say for example, here in CLASS, if you see there are totally 10 characters. These 10 characters are getting compressed as only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters, because we are transmitting only 8 decimal numbers 1, 2, 0, 3, 3, 4, 6 and 3, totally 8 0 numbers. 10 characters is getting compressed as only 8 characters. So if you are having a lengthier messages, it will be having much and much more compression also. So LZW is a effective text compression, effective data compression, and it is also a dictionary encoding technique. Okay. So you can take your own example and you can perform some more LZW encoding and decoding operation also. Thank you.